Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to
Welcome
another
to
episode of Candid Meena. And
welcome to
today we
Candid
are
Meena.
going, yeah, hi. Today, friends, we are going to go back in time and explain you the complete chronology of events as to how SRK, tried to make his comeback right from the failure of his movie Zero back in 2018 right up to now as to the kind of drama which is being played out by the mainstream media as to Patan making 550 crores box office so far.
Yeah,
Welcome, Meena.
yeah. So here, Jaidev, see, to put it in exact words, this is a huge scam, okay, in which everybody has colluded. We are talking about mainstream media, the whole of Bollywood, okay. Many politicians are supporting this because they are washing their black money laundering in this, just like they did in Brahmastra and they did it in Liger. So now this is the time to expose their lies. So we have taken Jaydev and I have taken the time to literally nitpick, find out each and every lie the Badshah of Bollywood has done to make people fools that his movie has become a success. The common man has understood it because by just walking into the theaters, which are mostly empty, there's hardly anybody, and I think it's only he would have sold tickets to his fans, not even sold, given them free. And that's how certain theaters were full. So we are going to show you step by step the lies that Shah Rukh Khan and Bollywood are doing to put, what do you say, to make you believe that this movie is a blockbuster.
Yeah, friends, let me go back to in time, and this is back in 2018, is when SRK's last major film was Zero, and Zero starred Anushka Sharma, and it was released in 2018, and this was a huge, one of the biggest flops, yeah, of SRK's career, right? So after this film released, right, and it was a huge flop. So SRK was at that point of time, he was at complete loss of words. He was in complete disbelief as to where his career is heading, because he could not believe Zero was like a big complete zero in the literal sense, right? Then what happened is, next you can see 2018 Zero, and then after 2000, then he did a series of very small roles, like he played the narrator in the Zoya Factor. He played certain small cameo appearances in Rocketry, Lal Singh Chadda, Brahmastra, and the last one was Brahmastra, like a very small cameo, special appearance role in the year 2022. And then he was thinking, like, he was thinking that he has to make a huge impact, right? So he thought that he will stop interacting with the media. He will make sort of people, he will arouse some sort of curiosity as to what his next major film is. Then you had, of course, SRK, Shahid Kapoor making fun of SSR, Sushant Singh Rajput, in one of the film awards, if you remember right. And they were asking him to dance without any sort of music in the background, or any sort of singer singing, right? And so they were trying to make fun of SSR. And as you know that in 2020, unfortunately, SSR was murdered. And after SSR was murdered, that is when boycott Bollywood movement started. That is when SSRians, started realizing what Bollywood is all about, all the dirt behind Bollywood, right? So that gave rise to boycott Bollywood movement. And of course, in 2020, you had COVID also. With COVID, all the theaters, were of course, not functioning, and also people got used to seeing, films in their houses, in the OTT platforms. And so, with these two major factors playing in, Bollywood completely got decimated. It completely got destroyed. The whole Bollywood got destroyed, right? Then what happened? Then you had the Aryan Khan, Cordelia Cruz case with Samir Wankade, catching SRK's son Aryan Khan, right, in this particular case. And Aryan Khan was arrested for a brief period of time, right? And then all the mainstream media, covered this case to its entirety, and what a goodwill the SRK had, earned, right? His brand image took a huge beating, right? The brand image of SRK took a huge beating after this particular incident in which Aryan Khan was caught in this particular case, and then after that, it was none other than Samir Wankade, right, who was heading the NCB at that point of time, and as you know that Samir Wankade got sort of transferred to some other job, right? Then what happened? Then next you had
Yeah. So before you add that, Jaydev, so let me just take three very important comments coming in from Sunita Velanki. Sunita says, we all noticed how SRK maintained a very low profile, not even promoted the movie, and did not give a single interview before its release, lest they might slip their tongue like how Amir Khan did during Lal Singh Chaddha. Okay. And what Hiren Shah says is, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and we had about 60 to 80% shows were empty. I'm just checking today, and following week, there are 95% empty shows. The total collection would be growth, with absolutely empty. And you have Tom and Jerry saying, biggest box office fraudster in the history of Bollywood cinema. They're not willing to accept their downfall. So this is a huge scam. And I'm just waiting for, if the ED does not respond, I'm waiting for the minister, Nirmala Sitaraman, to question these people. Because how can these people do such a huge scam under the noses of these, ED people and the IT people? So it means that they are colluding with politicians to whitewash, black money. Yes. Yeah.
So now after this point of time, after Aryan Khan was of course released, after all this thing, then what happened is boycott Bollywood movement became more and more strong, and as you know, last year 2022 and 2021, all the films in Bollywood flopped left and right, be it of Akshay Kumar, be it of Salman Khan, or be it any small time Bollywood person. All the films flopped left and right thanks to the strength of boycott Bollywood movement. And it was at that point of time that just recently, when Yogi Adityanath invited Bollywood in his film city, that is when Sunil Shetty affirmed, all the people who are in, fighting for boycott Bollywood, that Sunil Shetty was seen begging in front of Yogi Adityanath to somehow stop this hashtag boycott Bollywood movement, right? So that is when we realized that the whole of Bollywood is trembling, with regards
Yes.
to
And
the
here,
public
yes, Jaideep.
boycotting Bollywood.
Yes, here I wanted to make a point very clear. This is the point, friends, where, let me just come back to this. Yes. This is the point where Shah Rukh Khan joined forces with the Bollywood to say that Pathan is going to do this. And Pathan is going to send a strong message that people are going to come back to the theater and they're going to watch the film, and he is going to be the change maker, and that he is the one who's going to get everybody back, and Bollywood is going to be normal, and then they'll have their drug and everything will go back to normal, and we may have many more SSR deaths, is what would have been implied. Now, Shetty, cuts a very sorry figure. People mocked him after the episode, and they said that, see, he went with a begging bowl to Yogi Ji, and Yogi Ji did not confirm anything. Yogi Ji, being Yogi Ji, was not diplomatic. He just said, we will follow the rules and we will have the city in UP. If you want, you can come and start your business there. Now, Jaidev, from here, let me just take over the lies that Shah Rukh Khan has done right from the start, so that people know that we are not fools. Let Bollywood know that nothing that they plan and pre-plan and give to us, as if like a baked cake, is going to be accepted by us. So let us start with the first thing, Jaydeep. So you can go ahead with the visuals as well. He first went to Mecca. Now, this video was shared on Twitter and Instagram handles of his official fan club, along with the caption, King Shah Rukh Khan performing Umrah at Makkah Sharif. Soon after the video was dropped, it quickly went viral on social media. Many of his Muslim fans were delighted and wished the actor all the best on his spiritual journey. One fan wrote, Even I am feeling too emotional right now. May Allah bring him and his family very safe and protected. So happy to see him fulfilling his wish. The intention was, of course, to woo the Muslim audience. Now, Shah Rukh Khan being, similar to Amir Khan and similar to, Salman Khan, was a very dara hua insan because of the boycott Bollywood movement. Now, he did not want to leave another section empty. So he decides to go to Vaishnav Devi, but incognito. Okay? Because he wants to lie that he never went there. Now, our people being our people, spotted him with this hooded jacket in Vaishnav Devi, praying to our Hindu goddess to make Pathan a success. Okay, this is the first lie in the huge list of lies that Pathan ended up with. This huge fiasco. Now you see in this picture, Jaydev, you will see that you can't even recognize him. But the fact that he's walking with thugs, bodyguards, itself shows that this is the man who did not want to leave any stone unturned to make his movie a success. So
why is he covering his face?
Pardon?
Why is he covering his face?
Yes, because, see, he has already wooed the Muslim audience. Now, he doesn't want to upset them. So, by going to a Hindu temple, they will get upset and say that our Bhaijan has gone to Hindu temple. How can he do that? So, this is it is a lie. This is a lie, like so many other lies. Then, let's go to the next point. The actor visited the shrine on Sunday night, midnight, before the launch of Besharam Rang, the first song from the upcoming film Pathan, his first in 4 years. Although pictures and the videos from the visit had been shared online, the actor's face wasn't visible in any of them, in a hoodie with his usual bodyguards. So from here, the string of lies started. He slyly put in the trailer of a song, Besharam Rang, to provoke Hindus to come to theatres and criticize the reason why Deepika put a teeny weeny saffron bikini and he a green shirt. Now the lie number 2, an Indian spy in a bikini. Well, the whole content of the story is a lie. When Pakistan itself is in doldrums and ISI are walking around with begging bowls, he plays the macho Pathan who saves India and who makes the Indian bimbo come spy, weak at her knees. He expected a lot of attention from pro-Hindu groups, and this led to a few censor cuts, nothing more. So he wanted noise, but he did not get enough noise. So that was another lie. Now moving on to the next point. In the midst of all this, SRK and gang are getting worried about boycott Bollywood hashtags. Would it affect his movie Pathan? So now he relies on UAE to help him. This time, the 41st Sharjah International Book Fair, where he was honored as a global icon of cinema and cultural narrative award. Just like the number of tickets, he distributed through his fans, this too seemed a free PR exercise. It's easy to get crowds in UAE as people have very little entertainment, as you know, other than movies and sightseeing. Here Khan spoke about the importance of art and culture in his acceptance speech and also discussed the UAE's impressive vision over the years during an interview on stage. So it's like telling Sharjah, you scratch my back and I scratch your back. Okay? Let me tell you, let's go step by step on this. Okay, so it's very, very, each and every step that he did reveals the lies of this Bacha. Now, you remember very clearly what happened next. SRK was caught red handed with the smuggling of luxury watches at Bombay Customs, where he was made to pay over 6 lakhs duty on expensive watches. And these expensive watches were found by the customs officers from Khan's bag, which had international brands, namely Spirit, Baboon, Apple series, and Rolex. Now, according to the reports, along with Shah Rukh, his crew, including his manager, Pooja Dadlani, bodyguard Ravi, and some others were also stopped at the airport as they returned from UAE to Mumbai in a private chartered plane, VTR SG. Khan had been to the UAE to attend this event. Now, the expensive watches found by the customs officials from Khan's bags were international brands, namely Spirit, Baboon, and Apple series watches. The exact cost of these watches amounted to 17 lakhs. Okay. No, not 17 lakhs. It would be Jaydev 1,756,500. Can you just give that in the same?
Yeah, 17 lakhs.
Yeah. So empty Rolex watch boxes were also discovered with his luggage. After approximately an hour of questioning, Shah Rukh Khan and Pooja were permitted to leave the airport, but the actor's bodyguard Ravi and the rest of the crew had to stay at the airport to finish the formalities. The rest of the Khan's crew was permitted to leave at 8 p.m. on Saturday morning, only after his bodyguard Ravi deposited a tax of rupees 6 lakhs using the actor's credit card. So, my question to you, viewers, were these watches gifts for powerful people in the promotion of Pathan? Okay, now I'll keep putting questions for, and please, in your comments also, please put your points across. Now, then came one more event. It's almost like, each was planned well ahead with friendly countries. Okay, so then came one more event meant to promote Shah Rukh Khan and Pathan. That is Saudi Arabia's Red Sea International Film Festival, where Shah Rukh Khan was accoladed with a special award in the opening ceremony of the festival. He talked about his upcoming movie, Pathan. He also recreated several dialogues from his film, a video of him delivering a dialogue from his forthcoming project, Pathan, and asking fans to watch the movie. So this Saudi, being a friendly Islamic nation, it worked in tandem with him. And this was one of the first festivals. So you imagine, a festival is created to honor the Badshah. Okay, and of course, what does he do there? The same thing that he does everywhere. He spreads his arms and shows his romantic pose. Now, people are fed up of it. I puke. Literally, I puke when I see that. Now, this film festival, and from the film festival, we move to the FIFA final. Okay, now with everyone mocking Deepika and her vulgar moves in Besharam Run, it was time to give her importance because Shah Rukh Khan is very close to her. This was very apparent in the concocted, interview that was done yesterday. So it was time to give her importance and more PR for the film itself. So Qatar FIFA is chosen for this deed, unveiling of the cup. Now SRK resorts to more hypocrisy and lies. Knowing Qatar prefers women clothed from head to bottom, he got Deepika to wear some kind of leather, Victorian-style Gothic dress, branded Louis Vuitton, so some money would also step in the process. People hardly noticed her coming in and going out of the state. Again, SRK lost because people were not interested in this woman who had just done a very, very vulgar song mocking the Sanatana Dharma as it was. So here again, Shah Rukh Khan could not get any importance. Next was the lie about his six-pack body, which was clearly VFX. He did not even have the dedication during his 4 years to build a proper body. Okay. So he resorted to something that was very simple and easy. And look at him and look at his normal body. There's hardly anything. He just looks like a skeleton in the second image. So this is another huge lie. Now, to tell you, friends, the people who went to these theaters are mocking the movie left and right. They say these scenes are lifted straight from Marvel movies, and they show that he did nothing that is original here. For example, in the scene where he's flying, see, they say at this speed, people close their eyes. They cannot even, here he is wide eyed, and moving as a, he can see everything very clearly. Now the scenes are lifted. See, one user shared a snip from the teaser showing Khan flying with a jetpack and added a similar strip from Prabhas's movie Saha, indicating the shocking similarity between the two. Now, Captain America fans also expressed their anger over the Pathan teaser, pointing out how John Abraham's entry in the teaser was similar to that of Bucky Barnes in Russo's brother's Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So he wrote, watching Pathan teaser feels like watching Captain America, Winter Soldier. So literally everybody, every scene is copied. Also traces of Sardar, then Winter Soldier, Die Another Day, Beast and Vivigan. Saho is trending after Pathan copied action scenes and made with cheaper VFX. Now, that is another huge lie. Just copying scenes from international movies. Now let's move on to another plagiarist. I'm saying that very clearly because everybody knows Vishal Dadlani's reputation of ripping songs from the West and making it his own. Now Vishal Dadlani adds to the whole fiasco by literally lifting songs from a feast of songs, old and new, so which is Hame To Loot Liya, which was in 1958, a black and white movie from Al Hilal. Okay. Then a more modern song, Makeba by Jay, which is the beat, the same beat. Now Tum Bin, a movie in Hindi, a song from that was also lifted. And Sajjad Ali now, the Pakistani, very famous singer, says that even my song has been copied. And which is his song? Ab Ke Bechara. So this man, Vishal Dadlani has not left anybody. Okay? Which means just like how he looks, his brain has nothing in it. This is another huge lie. Okay. Now moving on to the next point. We are dissecting it into pieces. Now, Jaidev, let us talk about the organized interviews. Okay. So these are the songs that he has copied, okay, which is, let me again repeat, Hame To Loot Liya, Makeba by Jane, that's the yellow picture, Tum Bin, and Sajjad Ali's Ab Ke Bechara. Moving on to the next. Sajjad Ali's Ab Ke Hum Bechara. Okay. Now, the next thing what they did was, they did not want to give interviews to press, because press can ask any sort of questions. So what did Yash Raj Films do? They concocted a studio and they got these people, Dadlani and all this choreographer and Deepika to speak all nice things about the movie. So here you had, her looking all flowery and beautiful, well covered, okay, not in a bikini, covered and saying that scene, oh, I love Shah Rukh Khan. I love what we did in the movie. I love the chemistry and I love the way he does things. So everything was love. So it more sounded like Sadhguru. Okay, so this whole thing is about a love for Pathan and the hero. So this is another lie by Shah Rukh Khan and Aditya Chopra. They did not dare to go to the press and give a proper press conference. As a journalist, I know, whenever I go to a press conference, media asks very tough questions. Where was the media? Okay. These were all concocted, interviews done by perhaps Aditya and Rani Mukherjee herself, to say that Pathan is all hunky-dory. Okay. Now moving on to the empty theatres. So Jaidev, let's go on to that. Let us explain that. So here we have These are the latest friends, because this whole week, Jaydev and I have been showing you different theaters all over the world which are empty. Okay. Now, these are sent by you, friends. You have been so kind to give me on a daily basis the what is happening in theaters. This is in Colombo, Majestic Cineplex. How many seats are filled? You know, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 seats only. So where is the Shah Rukh Khan? Where is your crows coming from? Are they crows or crows? We do not know. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. It is Whitby in Ontario, in Canada. There's nobody. Just a few. And that this also is sent by a lady who said that those are my friends. That's all. A few friends. Theaters are empty in Canada. Okay. Then here you have Netherlands. Another very well, can it be now viewer, Bridget, has said this from Netherlands. And she also said, look at the state of the theater. So you are talking about empty theaters all over India, which we have been showing you all this week. Okay, we have proof. This is something that ED has to check and find out why these people are lying. Now, another thing that I need to tell you is that we have trade analysts and media in India who are the biggest liars. They have all been paid off, like Taran Adarsh and a person called KRK, Kamal Khan. These people have been paid heavily. Now, Shekhar Suman also joins the line to say that this movie is fantastic and it has made, just made crores of money. That means every day it's making crores. So we have, so people are bought in the process. Okay, moving on to you, Jaydev. So let us take the next point.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, please.
in addition to mainstream media being paid lots of crores for saying false reports that it makes 500 crores in 5 days. Not only mainstream media, many YouTubers in also have been, it looks like it has been paid off. There are many YouTubers who are taking U-turn recently, like ARK. And also, some of the points which I noticed is that Karan Johar also congratulated SRK, because if you remember that Karan Johar made Brahmastra, and he also tried to make it look like a success, saying that it has run many crores, 100, 200, I mean 300, 400 crores box office. And we knew that all that was lies, but fortunately that people did not believe him, right? And then he said that he's quitting social media. Now the whole of Bollywood has come behind SRK as one. And the reason why the whole of Bollywood is supporting Shah Rukh Khan at this very critical junction is because they don't have answers for the hashtag boycott Bollywood movement. And by doing this, huge exercise, which we have shown you through all these slides, right? You can connect the dots and you can see how, through SRK, they are fighting against the hashtag boycott Bollywood movement, right? So now I'll just show you. I'll explain more things. Is that the certain things is that you can see this particular picture which I've seen, which you can see that before the release of the film Pathan, SRK fan clubs said that they will, buy over around 50,000 or more tickets. So what does that say? That SRK, the people, whether it is SRK or the people behind SRK, who's paying the tickets, and people are seeing it for free. So they're giving free tickets. That's a very important point. And you see this picture here. You can see people dancing in the theaters, right? And now this same video was circulated on Twitter in various Twitter accounts, right? It's the same video which is being circulated. So people thought it is houseful
Yeah.
by seeing this
Also
particular
here,
video.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jaydev, let me just make a point. Another thing is they tried to tweet, showing other movies, theater halls, saying that it is full when it was actually South Indian movies that were being shown. So they were lying through their teeth. And then there are so many video proofs where people are saying that, see, I've been given so many tickets, I have to give it to people. So they were getting it free.
Right. So then let's and
Yeah.
also
So
like
that's
yes,
again, so Jaydev, that's a huge lie, right?
yes.
Yes.
So now apparently this gentleman called SM Khan says that
So
he
before you
saw the
explain who is
special.
SM Khan, SM Khan was the secretary to, the previous president Kalam. Okay.
So he tweeted that he was there at the special screening of Pathan at Rashtrapati Bhavan Cultural Center, right? And that was tweeted on January 28th of 2023 at 5 p.m. Now, yesterday in my podcast, I showed you that during 25th to 29 Jan 2023, this Rashtrapati Bhavan was closed, right, for public. So how did he screen? I mean, so that is also a very big question mark, right? And also, this is very, very important is that the share value of these multiplex chains like PVR and Inox, they have not increased, right? If Patan was a very huge success, the share price of these two multiplex chains would have gone up like anything, but it's still the same, or it is going down. Why?
And
Right?
also here, Jaydev, important point. There's a link between PVR and Karan Johar.
Yes.
See, someone from PVR, his daughters are working with Karan Johar in his Dharma films. So you see the link there as well.
Yeah. So you can see all these empty theaters which I showed yesterday, and you can see all these jokes. So friends, so this is the whole story. Like we have connected the dots from events in the past, and how SRK, after his huge flop zero, he somehow tried to create a strategy as to how
So
to.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
So one point, Jaydev. So here, for example, Mr. Sinha says, I remember not getting tickets for movies like Bahubali, Avengers, Endgames on weekends. I booked 3 to 4 days back and still got front row for Bahubali 2. Now, Patan is being said to be a bigger hit than those movies. Yet almost all those seats are available. How come? So that's seriously asking. See, look at these empty seats. Well, who are these people trying to convince? Now, here Konarak says, Patan 4 p.m. show, Inox Chennai on 26th Jan, issued in public interest to those who are claiming it's the biggest blockbuster. Look at the lies.
And look
And
at
then
this.
Hari says 550 million is 5,000 crores for this flop movie. Next level lie. Till now, worldwide, it's 430 crores, out of which 400 crores has been paid by SRK
Yes.
only. His stardom is over 10 years back. Patan review by media says Zabardast. Audience says, so by audience is also saying Zabardast. So where are all these lies coming from? And then on top of that,
Yes.
when these people congratulate Shah Rukh Khan, then the bells should ring. Not only in ED, but also in the government. Even Prime Minister Modi needs to look at these tweets. See who's tweeting, Jaydeep?
Yeah, it is Tony, none other than Tony Eshai, which I told you yesterday. And he's suspected to have links with the ISI. He's from Pakistan. And he was seen in pictures with SRK himself. And he's seen congratulating SRK for the success of Patan. Now, what is Patan's plot in towards this? Like, Patan is the hero, who is SRK. Then you have Deepika in the film, who's playing the role of an ISI agent, and then you have John Abraham, who is the villain, who is like an ex-raw or something like that. So now this is the recent press conference which was held, and it was shown on all the major news channels like NDTV, India Today. It was live cast.
So
This
here
particular press
also,
conference.
yeah,
Yes.
I like to make a point here that, see, this is exactly what Sunita has said. Sunita has said that, see, it is all practiced and done because they were so scared that the movie will flop, and that's why they kept quiet. Now, see, if you look at this press conference, as a journalist, let me tell you that this is not a press conference. This is that just an announcement that the movie has become a super hit. Nobody is there to question it. And the anchor or the host, he himself seems a huge SRK fan who keeps shouting, "Oh, whoa, wow, this." So, was this a press conference? Did you see even one journalist asking a question? And half the time I was only watching Deepika kissing Shah Rukh Khan all over his face, adjusting his hair, and then Shah Rukh Khan kissing John Abraham, and the director, of course, not getting many kisses because he's not so good looking. So you have this, very very shameless display of what all the actors in Bollywood said, that Pathan is not a movie, it is an emotion. Now,
SRK is an emotion. That's what they.
yes, yes. And that, see, and there was a video that's been shown in YouTube where all the actors in Bollywood, right up to Rakhi Sawant, saying that, see, Pathan and SRK is an emotion. Okay. What do you mean is an emotion? This guy can't act for nuts. Other than his spreading his hands, I have not seen any action coming from him. Everything is plastic. Everything is silicon. Everything is VFX. Everything is plagiarized. Songs are plagiarized. Content is taken from Marvel movies. Okay? What is original in this movie? So it is lies per lies per lies. So what is frightening is that, see, when the mainstream media collude with people like them, that means this has become a very, very powerful scam ring, And let me tell you very, what do you say, with conviction, that Shah Rukh Khan and Aditya, are they money laundering? Do they have powerful politicians' money, black money, which they are converting to white and giving back to them, as they did in Liger, as they did in Brahmastra? So this is something we cannot let it go. You're talking about the coal scam, you're talking about the 2G scam. This is the biggest scam, and public are not going to let this go. The boycott Bollywood movement is going to get bigger and bigger because of this huge fiasco. Yes, Jay.
See, they say SRK is the real emotion. That's what they say. What I say is SSR is the real emotion, right?
Yes.
SSR is the real emotion of the people, and that is what
You
is,
remember? Yes.
holding the people
Absolutely.
together.
Yes. So here
And
also, I would like to say one more thing about SSR. Now, I'm just going to that point. SSR is dead, okay? But there is something very important that I wanted to tell you, and that is, just give me a minute. Yes. So there is a crater that has been named after Sushant Singh. So this has come from one of our viewers, Usha, who says, very interesting article, Meenaji. I feel so proud of our Sushant being glorified and talked about so much because of his deep-rooted interest in physics and astronomy. Please mention about the article in Candid Meena podcast to everyone so that they can know. So Sushant Singh Rajput, without doing anything, okay, he has disappeared from the scene. Yet he is making such a huge impact all over the world. And Shah Rukh Khan is spending his last penny. Okay, so the last, let me say again, Jaydev, let's go get back to this. I want to show that picture as well. There was one where we had him dancing. If you could show that, Jaydev, I would have been. I had actually saved that image where this is the last nail in the coffin, where Shah Rukh Khan does his last dance in Mannat to celebrate the success of Pathan. Now, when you say a lie, you cannot sleep at night. When you say a string of lies, you start believing that you're right. And that is what Pathan is all about. Shah Rukh Khan has begun to believe all the lies and started believing that the movie is a success. And that is when doomsday begins. This man, with all his arrogance, he does not know where he's walking. And this is the case of all the three Khans. And this is SSR's curse on them. Ever since they interfered in his life and they destroyed him. So let's take a few comments. Minaji, mainstream is not powerful. They cannot influence the public anymore. They can become their own echo chambers. Money is speaking, not people or fans,
Yes,
says
it's
Chitra. SSR is the king of hearts, which SRK will never be. Purna, Deepika will not leave any chance to show her skin. See, I was shocked at this, rehearsed press conference. She keeps on hugging him and kissing him and touching him. I mean, I just felt, for a humorous way. I felt that Gauri Khan would just jump up and, give her a slap. So, but then these are all accepted things. They do not mind as long as the movie becomes a success. His brain is seriously twisted. We need few more Pathans for him to come to the road. SSR wanted the same love and affection from everyone, like these
yes,
losers. Why was he murdered? Pathan propaganda, vilification of Indian defense, government agencies, security as traitors, glorification of Pakistan, Afghan illiterates, goat herder, cavemen. Now here, see, one more point which I don't want to miss out on, Jaideep, is the fact that there are some politicians sitting in the center who are applauding Pathan. And we know exactly who these central ministers are. And when Prime Minister specifically told his team not to talk anything about films, these ministers are trying to stir the fire. Okay. I hope when there is a reshuffle, these two are kicked out of the ministry. We do not want any ministers connected with Bollywood because we are paying the salaries of these ministers. We have voted them to power. We don't want them jeopardizing Bharat, our country. We don't want an ISI man saving India. We want Ajit Doval to plan. He's the James Bond of India. He will protect us. We do not need some stupid Pathan with silicon, breasts coming there and trying to save us. So this whole thing, I really wanted to tell you viewers that I was sitting and working on this article. At each point, I wanted you to understand that this is a string of lies that these people are weaving. So please, by all means, protest. And
also,
yes.
yeah, it's very important, friends, to like this video so that it reaches more audiences and share it with as many people as possible so that, there's still a sizable amount of Indian population who are neutral and who are not aware of, what is happening in Bollywood, and they will just they still go to these theaters and they see the films because they want to somehow have a good time with their friends and families, and these are neutral people because they don't know what's happening. So those kind of populations still exist who watch these films. So I mean, it is the responsibility of the people who are aware to spread awareness to these kind of people. Yeah. If politicians are laundering to Bollywood, then wonder if ED investigating this fraud about Patan will be on the annual, says Meera. SRK and Deepika shares mysterious relationship looking at her body language, says Dhanashri. Deepika must have been, they say they are chilled about everything, which means they have no mortality in their life, says Chitra. Why did P. Gurus write a book about SSR that, I mean, suddenly, how come P. Gurus is interested rightfully? I mean, P. Gurus, Sri Iyer
Cashing
has
in.
always been.
He's cashing in on it.
He's
Because
always been
see,
very,
yeah, what
very close
happened
to
was that he thought
Subramania
the
Swamy.
SSR
So
story was
that
dead.
answers are.
Yeah, he thought the SSR story was dead. Then when the interest again came back through Disha's SIT, announcement, he realized that he can cash it. Remember Vishali? He is the man who called Aditya Thackeray a gentleman. And he was the one who was praising the Thackeray government. And now he writes a book just to make money. This is how U-turners are. Terrible, terrible. Because I've seen many YouTubers, coming in and out of the movement. There was another person who was a bodybuilder who has a gym, who was suddenly not seen. Suddenly again he's back on the scene. So you can make out that these people come only to make a quick buck. That's all.
By spreading false news and false numbers, even top review personals like Tarun Adarsh will lose their goodwill. From now, no one will ever see aired and seriously. Yes, Sonal. And also one more interesting thing, everyone, is that if you are on Facebook and you see you are subscribed to the Economic Times Facebook page, each and every day they are writing, Patan crossed 200 crores, Patan crossed 200 crores, Patan crossed 500 crores. And if you leave any negative comment, immediately it is deleted by Economic Times at that particular second. It's amazing. You should try it out. So that's kind of hilarious that Economic Times is sort of, on the spot filtering any negative comments about the film Patan. So can we file?
Yes, absolutely. Just take some advice from a proper person and do it. Now Cheepika is Priyanka Chopra for SRK, using them and throwing them.
Yes, Subramania
Yes,
Swamy is behind P
yes,
Gurus, the
yes.
channel. Good morning, Lucille.
Yeah. So I think with this point, we can end this show. Friends, my request to you, nobody is showing this. No mainstream media is showing it. Nobody is talking about facts, except on Twitter, where people are speaking their minds. People like us, gems of Bollywood, and there are some others who are doing it. Please share. Do not sit back and think that others will do your work for you. Expose the corruption that is happening in the name of Bollywood. I hope you will do that. Thank you. Jaidev and me. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Good night.